Yo, what's going on, guys? We're hearing that the Los Angeles Clippers would be willing to trade our man Bones Hyland and theoretically Norman Powell, one of the league's top bench players. So, following the addition of James Harden and Daniel Theis, along with a reluctance to move Terance Mann, the Clippers can theoretically trade guard Norman Powell, one of the league's top bench players, and young guard Bones Hyland, who's currently out of the rotation. If they want to make an upgrade at another position or get a worthwhile draft pick in exchange for Hyland, another league executive told Hoops Hype that they're keeping an eye on Amir Coffey if the Clippers want to save money on the luxury tax. And it makes sense. So far, you would say, when you look at Norman Powell over the last couple of weeks, hasn't been, Norman Powell started off the season actually pretty well for the team, but for the season, he's averaging 23.8 minutes, a little bit down compared to last year. But again, on the whole, he's been an impactful player. He's been a 20-point scorer for the last few seasons. And since James gone there, he's been playing about like 24, 23 minutes, and he's been solid. Like, he's been really solid. I don't think they would trade Norman Powell personally, but if a really good deal came across, they might. I think Bones is the more realistic. And like, what are you getting with Bones? Let's talk about Bones and Amir Coffey at this point. So with Bones Hyland, you're getting a guy who, off ball, his effort is there when he wants to be, but other times it's not. So Bones Hyland's basically a guy who's going to come in, be a microwave. He's an undersized scoring two guard who, yes, he can sometimes, he's not the greatest defender. And on the season before he got taken out the rotation, he was averaging 18 minutes a night, 9 points, 43% from the field, 36% from three, 1.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists. And the year before, he was averaging 11 points for the Clippers on 40% from the field, 35% from three, 3.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists with a steal a night. And the year before that, he was averaging 10 points in his rookie season for the Nuggets. So we know who he is. We're not going to sit here and be like, it's, he's still got, if anything, he's like a 15-point per game guy. So Amir Coffey right here, he hasn't really played in the rotation since 21 to 22. And in that season, he played 69 games at 23 minutes a night, 9 points, 45% from the field, 38% from three, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. This season, he's appeared in 9 games, 6.5 minutes a night. And he's 6'7", man. The man who went to the University of Minnesota, the Minnesotan. All right, we're both from Minnesota. He's from Hopkins, though. So this guy's got good size at 6'7", 6'8". Some places will, list him. He's a left-handed basketball player. He does a great job at finishing above the rim. Freak athlete, if you guys didn't know that. He's really good at shooting outside with set feet. He's a spot-up shooter more than a catch-and-shoot guy. He's got solid burst as a ball handler, and he's good in transition. But it's about the consistency, and more so, he's a wing, like kind of a tweener. But he's a guy who can dish the ball and make some playmaking if needed. So I want to hear your thoughts there. Who would you guys trade and why, and what do you guys want? I think Bones at this point, you're probably getting second round pick. Same thing with Amir.